Men all over the world, no matter their age or background, carry a quiet question that rarely leaves them. Does size really matter to women? The topic has been whispered about for centuries, but few ever hear the whole truth. Today, we're pulling back the curtain, not to feed myths or fears, but to reveal the deeper psychological and emotional reality of what women actually experience in their bodies and relationships. The myth we grow up with from the time boys are teenagers, society bombards them with messages linking masculinity to size. Movies exaggerate, ads hint, and conversations among peers reinforce the idea that bigger means better. These cultural stories sink into the subconscious, shaping self-image and fueling insecurities for decades. But women's experiences tell us something entirely different. A woman's body isn't built like a machine that reacts mechanically to measurements. It is a living, adaptive, emotional instrument. What she feels is influenced less by what's physical and more by what's emotional: safety, attention, trust. These elements often define intimacy far more powerfully than numbers ever could. Psychology over physiology. Psychologists studying female arousal highlight that desire begins in the brain, not the body. Her sense of safety, her emotional state, and the way she feels seen all determine how her body responds. A woman can be with someone perfect physically, yet feel nothing if she lacks trust. Conversely, she can feel deeply satisfied with an attentive partner who understands her moods and respects her boundaries. This emotional foundation activates physiological processes. When she feels secure, blood flow increases, muscles relax, and her body adapts naturally. The message is clear: intimacy is not about size alone, but about creating an atmosphere where she feels cherished. The adaptability of her body. Biologically, the vagina is remarkably versatile. During arousal, it lengthens, lubricates, and expands to accommodate a wide range of sizes. Pain, discomfort, or frustration often come not from size mismatches, but from tension or lack of emotional preparation. When her mind is stressed or distracted, even average can feel invasive. But when she's emotionally aligned, her body adapts beautifully. This adaptability is nature's way of ensuring intimacy is about connection rather than measurements. The better question for men isn't, am I enough? But am I present? Why older men often excel? Here's something overlooked. Older men often have an edge. With age comes patience, wisdom, and the ability to read subtle signals. Instead of rushing, they slow down. Instead of competing, they listen. This maturity transforms them into partners who offer presence rather than pressure. For women, this presence is unforgettable. They remember the man who held their silence without rushing, who tuned into their breathing, who treated their body not as an object but as a sacred space. These qualities outlast size every time. What women actually say: when women in long-term relationships are asked what makes intimacy fulfilling, size is rarely mentioned. They talk instead about laughter during intimacy, about partners who check in with their needs, and about feeling safe enough to express desires. They recall moments of closeness where they felt emotionally seen. For many, satisfaction comes from emotional rhythm: the pauses, the attention to detail, and the respect shown throughout. These are the experiences that stay in memory and build lasting bonds. Women's changing bodies. As women age, their bodies undergo profound transitions. Hormonal changes shift sensitivity, lubrication may decrease, and tissues can become more delicate. What was once effortless can feel vulnerable. In these moments, emotional presence becomes essential, not optional. Without care, intimacy might feel like pressure. But with sensitivity, foreplay, and patience, it becomes a new opportunity to deepen connection. Older couples can rediscover intimacy by slowing down, communicating, and redefining closeness beyond youthful urgency. Beyond size. The music analogy: think of intimacy like music. A violin in the hands of someone careless creates noise, regardless of how large or small it is. But when played by someone attuned, Even the simplest instrument can produce unforgettable beauty. Similarly, size sets the stage, but presence and skill compose the melody. This truth is why women often treasure men who show patience, humor, and curiosity. Intimacy becomes a song, not a performance. Emotional connection and science. Modern neuroscience confirms what women already knows. Emotional intimacy lights up the brain's reward centers more than physical novelty. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, flows when she feels safe. Dopamine, the pleasure chemical, spikes when laughter and trust are present. This means a man with average size can still create extraordinary satisfaction if he invests in presence. Emotional attunement literally rewires the experience of pleasure. Freeing men from comparison. Men often burden themselves with comparison, measuring against myths. But this obsession only steals joy and confidence. In truth, a man who listens, adapts, and shows care outperforms physical extremes every time. Presence, not pressure, creates memory. This is liberating. It means men don't need to live with constant insecurity. Instead, they can embrace maturity and wisdom, offering women something size alone never could. The real standard of intimacy, what women recall most, isn't the length of time or the number on a ruler. It's how present their partner was. Did he hold her afterward? Did he respect her silence? Did he adjust when she tensed up? These are the questions that define satisfaction. For women, especially those in midlife and beyond, intimacy is about presence, kindness, and curiosity. These are the real standards that build lasting bonds. Closing thoughts. So, does size matter? The honest answer: far less than society makes it seem. What matters is emotional connection, trust, and presence. Men who realize this stop chasing fantasies and instead build unforgettable intimacy through care and wisdom. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you think size defines intimacy, or does presence matter more? Share your thoughts below. And if this video gave you clarity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on women's psychology, intimacy after 40, and the truths no one teaches growing up.